Welcome on in. Tonight we are talking about Leo season. We're talking about the week ahead astrology lightly. Then we'll go into the chart of the moment briefly. And also, before we do all of that, I need to say thank you to our sponsor, Sandra McGillis. Thank you, Sandra, for being our sponsor, Embodiment of the Soul. I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to pop right over here. I had it pulled up. Yes, I do. So this is her website here. You can pop on over there just so you remember. She has the lotus flower here. I love that. I'm a big fan of the lotus. Embodiment of the soul. Merging your higher self with your physical self. Bring forth the mirror images, all the sparkling fragments into alignment as a shining diamond in the cosmos of endless possibilities. She has an amazing YouTube and Facebook and Instagram channel. All of her information is below. She's giving us a $145 gift card. Okay, Advanced Zone Technique, Advanced Reiki. So she is amazing. Y'all will love her. I'm really excited. So also, in conjunction with that, you know me. I am going to throw in my own little gifts here. So for Leo season, we are going to have 2 dragon earrings. Okay, I've got this lovely calendula, which is like it's kind of like the Mexican what do you call it? I can't remember right now. My brain just went flat. Anyway, we've got some very expanding the heart flowers, Palo Santo, and a nice sage. And then I am not giving away my Leo, but I had to bring him out. Is he not gorgeous? I went to an event with Karen Wilson from here on the island, and as our gifts, we got given one of these. Are they not beautiful? They were handmade with a lot of energy and love. It's a really good grounding piece, so I like to use it this part of the year. And then I'm also giving away a brand new Dragon Oracle deck. Okay, brand new Dragon Oracle deck. Brand new Dragon Oracle deck. You can only win these prizes. The embodimentofthesoul.com giving you a $145 gift card, the deck, the dragon earrings, and the sage and the Palo Santo. All of that, by the way, sets in my pyramid when I'm not using it. So it sits there and charges inside of the 7-foot 4-sided Russian pyramid, which is amazing. You can literally take my EMF reader and put that inside there, and it goes and it starts going off, and then you take it out and it stops, because it's like a tunnel of energy vortex going on through there. Very powerful pyramid. And then I also pulled this card and I thought I would just leave it out here because, like, that makes a lot of sense. It's the one card that I pulled because we're going to use these tonight. The Golden Solar Dragon helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Because Leo is a fixed masculine sign, okay? It is the leader of the pack, right? It's the pride of the lions. It's having courage to take care. So we're just coming out of here. I'll let you guys see over here. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hi, how you doing, September Libra? Hi, guys. Thanks for being here. Look there. And it's a great package. It's a really great package. And okay, so this is how you win. All you have to do is go to Chanda Sparkles Astrology YouTube. You must be on the YouTube to win. You must comment on the replay video. You must like and subscribe. That's it. And if you would like to share it, and I see it, if you share it out on Facebook, I'll give you an additional vote as long as you've done all of those things, just to be very clear. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I'm not going to lie and say that I almost did not come tonight. I almost canceled. I had a weird but restful day. I ended up waking up early in the morning and was called to go sit outside and commune with spirit and just kind of become one. The rain was just flowing. It was just like all of the beautiful little circles on the pool, and I mean the canal, everything was just this steady drizzle. It wasn't pouring, but it wasn't like light. It was really peaceful. And then I was starving, and so I ate salmon and little baby Parmesan potatoes. And I went to sleep, and I slept until like almost 12:30. So, and then I'm kind of moving slow today. It's kind of that time for me, and I'm feeling this pullback today. Well, the moon is in Pisces, and Saturn is there, making it all very real. So all the fantasy, all of the illusion, delusion, sleepy dreams are off the chart for many people. People are having sleepless nights, but then when they do sleep, the dreams are out of this world, and they're very prophetic. We have a yod going on in the astrology today with the moon, Mercury, and Neptune, I believe it is. We'll double check that. Anyway, so we're going to play tonight with the Essential Tarot, the Dragon Oracles. This will just be one reading for the collective at the end of tonight, but I thought I would go ahead and pull these on out. This is a new deck to this channel, and this is the one that's being given away. So there we go. Now let's dive in. I want to do a blessing. As you might have told, I'm in the dark tonight because quite honestly, I just had it with the energy, and quite honestly, I could fall asleep. And so, but I have Saturn as my karma and my discipline and what I am meant to do. So I believe that Saturn, wherever it is in your chart, I believe that house and that sign, all those characteristics, is kind of like what you said before you came into this lifetime. You said, I'm going to really master this. I'm going to master this. This is where I'm going to utilize all of my wisdom in your Saturn, wherever your Saturn's at. So it's kind of some kind of understanding that came through to me just this past week within working with clients. And that really has all to do with you, because this is how I like to do astrology. I like astrology to benefit us, but also give us something to anchor onto, to understand that these are extreme times, or these are more fluid times, or these times, you may have issues with getting documents signed. You might have issues with travel, that kind of stuff. It tells you a GPS to your life if you understand your chart. So it's always a good idea to at least create your chart. You can go to astrograph.com. They're really, really good, and it's free unless you go ahead and sign up for their service, which I do always recommend because it gives you even more. But I'm not getting paid for that. I know it's a really good website. Dreams are out of the box and lack of sleep. Yeah. It's crazy, right? It's like when you are sleeping, the dreams are just, whoa. Happy birthday, Doris. Oh, no, it's your son's birthday. Well, happy solar return. Wow, he's a big cusper, isn't he? Ooh, his sun is right opposite Pluto, too. And his sun will be opposite Pluto for the next couple of years. So, yeah, well, I wouldn't say a couple of years, but it will come back again. Probably just definitely the next year, and then maybe touch on a wide conjunction next year or the year after. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anybody here. All right, thank you so much, guys, for being here. We are doing our best to try to condense down these videos, and what I'm going to do is I'm doing 2 videos a week. So this one is just the astrology, a blessing, and then we'll do just depending upon the year and the season, if we have a ritual, this is where it'll go. And then we'll do cards later in the week. Okay. And I'm thinking about even cutting those down to separate live streams for each card element, so that's just one. And then I have a little bit of astrology for those 3, the 3 water signs, 3 fire signs, so on and so on. So we're doing this a little different to give you something different, because we all need to kind of shake it up, especially, now that we're looking at Pluto moving retrograde at 0 degrees of Aquarius, the strongest degree. 29 degrees and 0 degrees are very strong degrees. That's the strongest degrees in the chart. And with Pluto being at 0, think of 0 degrees as the void. Think of it as another complete level of an element. It's not even ether. It's like further out than that. 0 degrees is like very non-physical for whatever that archetype is. And when you're learning astrology, I always recommend you really get a good grasp upon the elements, the water, the air, the earth, the fire, and their meanings. And then you look at the sign, and then you look at the house, and then you see how they interact with each other. And then once you've got to that point, you can see how that chart interacts with the current transits in the sky, and so on and so on and so on. All right. And I am a natural teacher. I am new to, YouTube somewhat. I've been here just a few years, but I've been studying astrology for almost 9 years now. I'm still in a course. I'm always in some kind of a course, and I'm not constant with it, but I'm always furthering my mind. And I am an intuitive evolutionary astrologer, so I do this differently. I'm not a cookie cutter astrologer, because I'm psychic channeling as I'm doing this, because I know how to get out of my own way and just let the information flow on through. And I know that the codes and the frequencies from which I'm speaking are definitely landing where they're meant to. All right. So I'm going to also say happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy solar return to all of the beautiful Leos. And from the 26th, okay, so I'm going to clear something up right now, because I have a feeling, because I've already had people asking about this. So let me get this on out of here. Just want to kind of clear this screen up. I don't want a lot of jibby jobby. Bye-bye. All right. So from the 26th of July to the 12th of August is what one might consider to be called the Lion's Gate. All right. And yes, for starseeds, galactic blue source starseeds, this is a very big time of expanding your mind, your consciousness, understanding the roots of your starseed lineage, and you have many of them. You are not just one. Understanding that this is readable upon your birth chart. So everyone who's got birthdays from now, really, but if you want official dates, it's the 26th of July, which is the Galactic New Year. Okay, that's when the Galactic New Year is. And all the way to the 12th of August. Keeping in mind, Lionsgate 88 has got a lot of darkness. And it was purposely put there through false spiritual gurus. Remember, this is the fall of the guru year, okay? It was put in place purposely. We can shift it around and look at it in a different perspective if we so choose, using our higher consciousness evolution. But it really happens every year on 8/8, right on a Draco star, where the reptilian hubs are, where their hives are. Okay, this is where the dark, sinister beings of the world come from. And you're celebrating, connecting with these big, huge meditations on 8/8, which let's also think about 8/8. It's the infinity loop, right? So into infinity, they're doing dark rituals to siphon your energy, and you think you're just coming together with a bunch of world starseeds, light workers, spiritualists, to raise the evolution of the planet, to raise the frequency of the planet, to for what we all want, to see a utopian society, to squash the dystopia. And the dystopia is crumbling, and it's crazy AF. It is so crazy out there, right? And it's gonna get crazier. Y'all ain't seen shit. This ain't nothing. What you're about to see from September to November 17th on my birthday, those are your dates, is going to be like anything you ever seen before. And I'm going to stay. I've also had other people ask me what I think about the politics, and I'm just going to stay with what I got at the beginning of the year, which is there will be no old man president. And I do not feel that it's going to go smoothly come November. I don't think we'll have anything in place. I think there will be some kind of something that shifts it, because this is the greatest revolutionary time. And it's the absolute last grab. The last grab for world powers, world governments, corporations, CEOs, all of the big, deep, dark uglies of the world, puppet masters, to try to jerk our strings around one last time in this lifetime, from that time period that I just gave you. This isn't to promote fear, but it's also to understand that as we traverse the energies, the flesh suit gives us signaling and how to handle these things, because no one is having just a wonderful time out there. I mean, there's a lot of people that are struggling, and I hear from a lot of people, and I tap into the collective, and I can sense and feel and see. So, you have to ground. You have to rest. You have to withdraw. You have to manage your frequency. You have to manage your life force. That's Leo. Leo is your life force energy through the heart. Leo season says, stand up, be the star, stand up for your truth, be courageous enough to tame that inner beast, that dark shadow, face yourself, face your shadows. You are the only one that can control how you react and how you be within this flesh suit, remembering that you're a massive, huge, beautiful soul in a flesh suit. So, okay. All right. So I'm going to move on. I know I said a whole bunch of stuff, and I haven't got to what I was trying to do here. So we're going to jump in, to this blessing. So I pulled a summer blessings ritual. And this is an invocation for a soul mate attraction. Okay. So now, if you already have your love soulmate, you are attracting in tribe. Okay. You're attracting in other like-minded individuals to assist you. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What do we got going? Let's put that up a little bit. All right. So I'm going to say it slowly, and then you can repeat it after me. You ready? Okay, take a nice deep breath in. Let's breathe in the light and blow out the shadow. Just settle in and push out the air. Aligning the chakras as you do on the in breath, and then releasing on the out breath. The time has come, and my heart has been readied with open hands and arms. A tender heart, a deep gratitude. I seek the touch of my beloved, the one with whom my soul can rest. Those with whom my soul can rest. Great Spirit, all of my guides, ancestor spirits, guardian angels, we call upon you, the galactic guardians of the gateway keepers. We call upon you and ask with gratitude for you to help us to place where we will find and recognize each other. Put us in those places where we will find and recognize each other. Please connect us in perfect time so that we can all be together, and offer us a clear path to our union, unencumbered by obstacles. Bring us to this place together and join our hearts that we might spend the rest of our days on Gaia. And nights are in each other's tender embrace. I prepare my mind, my body, my spirit to receive love. I like that. Let's say it again. I prepare my mind, my body, my spirit to receive love. I surrender to a love so deep it will take this lifetime and beyond just to explore it fully. For the highest good of both parties and all kind, I seek this love. And even before it arrives, I am already grateful for its presence. And even before it arrives, I am already grateful for its presence. Amen. Aho. So it is. In Lakesh. Namaste. That is, by the way, from this little beautiful book, The Blessings and Rituals by Athena Parakis. Lots of good things. Rituals. I love that book. It's like one of my favorite go-tos for everything. It's great. It's full of everything you could ever need for spiritual, even like, so I love the honey blessings jar. And I'm hoping that I'm going to have time this Leo season to do a honey blessing jar ritual here with you so you can see everything I'm doing. And I will provide you all of my ingredients and everything in advance so that you can participate and we can do it together. Wouldn't that be fun? Hi, everybody on TikTok. Please double tap the screen. We're about to be looking at the chart and the cards on Chanda Sparkle's Astrology. The link is in the bio if you'd like to come on over or just hang out right here. But you can see the cards and the chart and everything over there through, I'm on multiple platforms on that end. So come on over. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Perfect. Those with whom my soul can rest. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like what Sandy has to say. Having a no duh moment. We all learn from each other's signs, so to speak. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you loved that blessing. That's awesome. Okay, let me make sure everything is set here. And we're going to look at the chart. Don't forget, Sandra McEllis, embodimentofthesoul.com. Go check it out. You're going to, somebody is going to win. This prize package is around probably $200. Yeah, about $200 gift package. So it's a good one. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the chart of the moment so that you can see what's going on right now. Whew. These are a lot of energies. I'm not going to lie. These are a lot of energies. This has been wild. Yesterday I was wired. Today I'm extremely tired. Extremely tired. So it's going to be an up and down week. FYI. I'm just going to give you a few of my notes here as, you know, you can have a look at this chart. Here is the sun in Leo. And then if you look, I don't like that being so big. Let's put that back down. I don't know how that went. And if you look, yeah, that's right. The Sun in Leo, Venus, and Mercury, we have what's called a stellium. We also have a stellium over here in Pisces, where the moon is at currently, with Saturn and Neptune. That's harmoniously trine. You see that trine going right there to Neptune? So it's real dreamy. It's like the sun is shining the light on kind of like a fan. It's a really good day for fantasizing, visual work, getting out, creating things, you know, movies, theater, being the star of the show, signing up for some kind of theater, or, you know, maybe you want to be an actor. Maybe you want to be on the big political stage and be an actor, you know, that might work. Just saying. Anyway, so why is that not disappearing? Normally it does. Oh well, that's okay. They're stelliums, they can stay. So that's probably also we're talking about the sun in sextile over here to Uranus. Oh, excuse me. To Uranus and Mars split. And remember, algal is there. And I wrote down the dates. I believe it's the end of October. Yeah. Uranus will not be conjoined with algal by the end of October. So from now until the end of October, sudden off with your heads, sudden in those emotional feelings of being rejected, of being left out. It's a theme in this energy. And if something like the sun is shining its light, so if you're feeling these like despair, you know, I don't fit in, nobody wants me, I'm cast out, you know, kind of energy, that is the reason for that, okay? But Mars just entering into Gemini is conjoined to Jupiter. Late conjunction, like it's got like another degree or two to get exact, but it's on its way. Okay, so it's going to be like massive aggression, explosive energies, warrior energies, hitting optimistic, everything's gonna be all right, happy-go-lucky, let's just magnify and expand all this abundance, you know. So it's kind of like this push and pull energy with these two characters. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. And the thing about sextile is it's like, just take action. Even if it's the smallest of action, the universe says, okay, good. Rather than being like, well, it's just going to be all messed up anyway. Well, I'm, you know, just take action on it. Step into it. Step into the energy. Even if it's rough, even if it's tough, even if it hurts, step into it. That's the only way you can get through something like that, right? Is to step into it and be like, you know, this is where it's at. But this is a lighter energy. You probably felt it when the sun moved into Leo yesterday. I know I did. I had a spirit in my step. Although that there was a few wonkiness, few little things that happened that I was just like, derailed. But I really just felt like yesterday I was being done. Like I was just being done. Like I was just letting higher self take over. I was just getting out of my own way and just whatever. And I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. And then I crashed hard for like 3 hours. And then I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. It's just strange energies that we are dealing with. So here is Pluto. And he is opposite the sun. Pulling off of it, because you can see 1 degree and 0 degrees. Pluto in Aquarius wants to revolutionize everything that is dark in the underworld. I've coined Pluto in Aquarius the AI lord of the underworld. Okay, so you're dealing with the weirdest of the weird, but the weirdest of the weird is us. And we're genius. And you're dealing with the collective. You're also dealing with a youthful energy. You know, this is a youthful energy. This is not about the old crumbling guard. The old crumbling guard's going to crumble. Let it. It's been a lot of my answer here recently is let them. Let it. Whatever. I'm going to continue to focus on what I'm doing and what I'm growing and what I'm building. But you can bet I'm jumping on this technology train and I'm learning as much as I can. I would suggest that you do so because you can't stop it. So you might as well join it, you know? Like, you got to join the revolution, man. I know some people just like the way they've always liked it. I get it. I've got a lot of fixed energy in my chart too. So, that speaking directly over, see, you know, it's just, there's so much. The North Node speaking directly over now to Pluto and will be, you know, that's a slow mover. This is a slow mover. And Uranus is slowing down and Mercury is slowing down to go retrograde. You know, this is now 8 degrees. The North and the South Node, it takes 18 months for the North and the South Node to move through their transit, through one sign. Okay? So, and they always go retrograde. They're always forever going backwards. So we're getting really personal now because we're in the first decan. Okay? So this means everyone is getting very personally affected by the North and the South karmic node of fate. A positive that's coming up is you can see Jupiter at 12 degrees is heading to conjoin, okay? Because Jupiter will eventually go retrograde as well. So they'll end up colliding before it changes over next year. So, you know, and it's a wide, you can see it's a wide, very light angle here. So that's actually the last, okay, we're going to make this real easy on you to release, purge, let go. Have you finally learned your codependent lesson? Have you finally learned that you must stand up for yourself? Have you finally learned that there's just certain relationships in this world that will not be? You know, there's a lot of people breaking up. There's a lot of people leaving the planet. There's a lot of big transition. This is not like what we've had, let's just say, even 9 years ago when the North Node was in Libra and they were flipped. You see? This is so much more of this new ego that I've been speaking to since this transit started, about how slowly, surely, it's almost like we're fine chiseling ourselves a new, integral, independent, and courageous ego. An ego that, and everybody's got to have an ego. You can't be in a human without it. So I feel like this is really evolving us to all be more independent upon ourselves and realizing that we have to balance out that relation to the other and pay attention to the self first. It's kind of like, you know, I always say, you know, put the mask on. You know, people say, put the mask on if your plane's going down on you before you put it on the kid. It's the same thing spiritually, integrally, emotionally, mentally, and the whole, everything. It always has to be you first. And that is not selfish. That is self-care in order to give, in order to be that person that can show up for everybody. Okay? Chiron is going retrograde. Chiron is about to take us back over some wounds. Scars are getting ripped up. So you're about to relook, revise everything that you just went over this past 3 months. So think 3 months back and think of everything you just did. And you watch over this next period, about 3 months, you will see how different themes connected to what you've already gone through is processing, you know, maybe it's surfacing or maybe it's recognized as something similar to. So that's coming. It's a lot of energy. You know, I feel a lot of heaviness in the collective. I really do. And it's tough when I feel everything, because I'm tapping into everything, and it's a lot for me. That's just me personally. All right, so I'm going to leave that at that, and I'm going to go on over here, and we're going to look at some cards. We're going to read one collective card read for everybody. Your up and down days this week. Tomorrow, because of the pre-retrograde of Mercury, and Mercury being at those last tail end degrees, oh, excuse me, of Leo before it enters its home sign of Virgo, are going to be tough. But you can restore and cleanse and handle a lot of good energy with this, you know, this Saturn conjoined to the moon happening tomorrow. And I'm doing this on Tuesday, so I'm speaking to Wednesday, the 24th in the States. Do some restoration work on yourself. Do restoration work on your office or your work or your car or whatever, you know, like, we are needing to start looking and preparing our surroundings. You know, this is kind of like the last week you've got, truly, to get your shit together. You know, if you need to go get an oil change, do it. If you need to get your hair cut, if you need, you know, whatever the things, if you're signing off on an apartment, you know, or maybe you're needing to file those documents for this whatever, or you've got this project, I would go ahead and get on that ASAP. And creativity, if you're doing any kind of creative, like maybe you're making videos, or maybe you're making art, or maybe you're, you know, whatever it is, whatever, you know, it's the big actor, you know, Leo is the actor. It's the, I'm on the stage, look at me sign. You know, they are able to dazzle, you know, so it's time for you to dazzle. It's time for you to step into your power and embrace your life force energy. That is Leo. But with that moon conjoined to Saturn tomorrow, you could even just rest and restore if you're called to. That's a go within day. Lots of downloads. You know, bringing spirit. I always said Saturn in Pisces is bringing spirit into matter. This is bringing our spirit into matter. It's bringing spirit into every matter that you address in your life. Meaning, are you thinking with faith, eternal divine source? Are you realizing that when you're doing your day-to-day routines, because we're coming up with Mercury going into Virgo, and then not too long from now, the Sun will be going into Virgo in a month from now. So this is now preparing the heart, setting the stage, knowing we'll have to go back and revise, revisit, relook multiple times, and be in acceptance of that, but still moving forward. But knowing that you're going to be probably taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and everything's going fast. And you're going to have a lot of shocks along the way. A lot of, oh my gosh. It's about, you know, Jupiter and Saturn are beginning their square, you know, and we'll be feeling that over a long period of time. Okay, so this is all about expansion and retraction. This is about optimism and discipline. You know, this is grandfather coming in and saying, oh, you thought you could just throw a big, huge party in my big house and sleep it off the next morning? No, you got to get up and clean this stuff. You know, and that's just an example, but it's really about realizing that we have boundaries in life. And sometimes we need to really utilize those boundaries. You know, they're there to actually help us. We have so much love to give. And if you're coming from that heart frequency, using your heart mind, that's where you want to be at, you know, all the time. So Thursday, the sun will enter into Aries that morning, and I am in Texas Central Time. This is a 4-body system reset day. There's a laundry list of aspects going on, but the big one is Sun in sextile to Mars, like I showed you on the chart. This is confidence. This is, you know, you're sensible, you're trustworthy, you know, your soul versus your ego. And this is all about analysis paralysis. Okay, this is because the moon is going to sextile Uranus, Mercury's in quincunx with the moon's going to conjoin Neptune, and the Mercury's going to quincunx Neptune at the same time, while the moon is sextile Pluto and the sun is trine to the moon. There's just so much going on. And then Chiron goes retrograde the very next day. You know, and that's the Lionsgate Sirius Stargate on the 26th. So it's like the eve on the 25th is very powerful. Trust in your gut, whatever happens on Thursday. Trust it. Trust. Your 4-body system reset day. Chiron is going to start pulling up on those wounds slowly. Remember, as planets slow, and I get it, Chiron's an asteroid, but as they slow to go retrograde, they vibrate more potently. So Mercury right now is vibrating more potently, as is Chiron, as is Uranus. Because Uranus eventually is going to start slowing down, and it's an outer planet, so it takes longer. It starts slowly. It's just barely starting. Okay, so wait a minute. Oh, let me see something. Let me just see something real quick. Yeah, okay. I'm good. By the weekend, though, date night city, fantastic, life-changing, fated events could be happening. But I wouldn't make purposely any life-changing decisions over the weekend. Keep it light, keep it fun, keep it pleasurable. There's a lot of good chemistry. It's good for romance. It's a light-hearted, but yet self-reliant energy. Lots of stamina. You got so much stamina coming with your sports, you know, because it's really is. Sunday is a fantastic day to play. Love, create, be intimate, get that luxury going, because we'll have the moon in Taurus on Saturday morning. So lots of fun, good. Treat yourself. Go to a spa. You know, just give yourself some really, like, eat the good cake. Have that big piece of cherry pie. You know, give yourself that luxury feel. Self-indulge your senses. That's Taurus. You want to self-indulge your senses. You got to take these pockets of time that we have that are pleasurable and really use those to fuel you through the challenging moments. All right. Hi, Jerry Lynn. Hi, Mona. Thanks for being here. Double tap the screen. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So next week, the moon is going to conjoin Uranus on Algol. Please take care of any business needs, anything that you need to do. Do it in that lighthearted, easier energy on Sunday. Because the void of course moon is going to happen in the evening. I have 4:59 p.m. Eastern, so 5 o'clock Eastern. And the moon's going to enter Gemini. So, but before that morning, that Monday morning, we got a moody Monday. Okay, on Monday morning going into mid-afternoon. So I'd be, and there's a void of course moon that night. So I don't ever plan. I don't ever make, because I find 9 times out of 10, if I try to do something major on a void of course moon, something always messes with it. And we already have enough crap that comes in at us like that. So let's just not. We can plan accordingly. Get yourself a astrology calendar and you'll see void of course moon. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I shouldn't be, going and doing my very first consultation for a facial peel, on that day, because there could be something that goes wrong with it. And it would probably most likely get delayed anyway. Right? So, and Mercury's going retrograde, but that's not happening until August. So, those are my notes for the week ahead. Coming up in August, we have a new moon on the 4th. So, go ahead and note the new moon in Leo is on the 4th, and Venus enters Virgo on the 4th. All right, this is a big one. Mercury retrograde. It's like literally Venus enters Virgo. And then we have the new moon. Then we have this it's a dramatic new moon too. And it's conjunct with the dwarf planet Virina, which she's like the keeper of the laws, keeper of honor. She's very watery. And we will learn about that goddess on that day. So be keeping an eye out for that. Mercury and Venus are traveling together all through August. Well, not all through August, but the first part of August. So it's going to be really good. And Venus is now visible. Everybody should be able to see Venus out in the sky right after sunset on the horizon, because she's past that 15 mark degree, I do believe. Let me see. No. Yep, she's at 15 today. So, get out and receive some of those fresh, that our ancients believed when you could finally see a planet in the sky after it had gone through its death, transformation, rebirth process. These are codes that we needed to spiritually receive to utilize Venus. Love, money, abundance, stocks, valuables, relationships, self-care, self-respect, all of your senses, everything that you feel strongly about for yourself. So it's kind of like Venus is really important, especially as we're moving in to these coming transits, because she's going to get hit multiple times with Mercury. Her and Mercury are kind of like having this dance. Mercury, the winged messenger, brings all kinds of messages to us. All the information and everything that's going fast and everything that we're seeing on social media, things that we're seeing out in the world, it's just like you can't keep up. There's so much going on. And so at some point, you just have to unplug from all that and step back. And that's the kind of week you're going to have this week. It's going to be an up and down. It'll be like, oh, the energy's great. I'm moving forward. Oh, shit. I got to rest. I got to stop. I need to, realign myself. Really go back in. Find the smile in your heart. What puts the smile in your heart? Close your eyes. Envision what puts the smile in your heart. And that, my friends, will, just make everything a little bit better, Okay, I'm kind of a little all over the place, and I know I'm a little loopy today, and I'm okay with that. Just quite honestly, y'all lucky I'm here. I'm happy you're here. Okay, so there you go. Just stop it. Why does TikTok do this? I'm almost giving up on TikTok. There it is. Thanks, guys. Hi, guys. If you want to see the cards, come on over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology. I'm about to do the card read over there. You'll be able to see everything on the board. Okay, let's go. Are there any questions? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Yeshua. Tammy Lynn says she's waiting for a tow truck for a battery boost. Plot twist. I just went out for bread. It's written in the stars. Shit. Hey, That is the universe taking care of you. See, that's a perfect example of what could happen in retrograde. Okay? When you have a planet in retrograde, which is the previous degrees that it's going over to stop and then come right back over again and then go over again. Okay? That's why don't fret if things are like something goes wrong. It's supposed to go wrong. It's redirecting you. You know, we're all being redirected a lot of different directions. Okay? Okay, and I have to address this before I go on these cards because they're telling me that I think I did it whenever everybody didn't hear earlier. So, I don't have a choice. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm going for Camilla or I'm going for Trump. I'm not there because I look at it as a theater, and I look at it as just like Shakespeare said, you know, the life is but a stage. And I don't believe a lot of it, I'll be honest with you. And I see holes in things, and I see things that are masked with illusion. Yes, Neptune is at 29 degrees, the strongest anaretic, the last anaretic degree of the entire zodiac, in the sign of higher consciousness, illusions, delusions, and confusions. So, gotta have a very discerning eye to things that you see. I will stick with what I was given psychically at the very beginning of the year. And if you follow me, you've heard me say it. And that is, I do not believe there will be an old man president. And if there is one, he's only going to last for a short while. I also don't believe that November for the United States and for other countries having all of their elections, I don't believe it's going to go smooth. Just simply because we have Pluto September the 1st, rejoining Capricorn on the United States of America's Pluto return. And this is the very last time. This is the last hurrah. This is the last time they're bringing in the bulldozers and leveling it down. This is a demolition of world powers, world leaders, world governments, corporations, CEOs. The old guard is falling. Uranus is demanding revolution. Uranus being the ruler of Aquarius. Aquarius is the collective. You're going to see so many riots. You're going to see huge riots. And you're going to see this year different things that remind you of 2020 coming back. And really subconsciously in your own personal life, because that's where I'm a soul coach. Like, I'm a soul evolutionary astrologer. I look deeper into the soul in your chart. So on a personal level, you're going to start seeing themes and little things that pop up that like remind you of shit that went down for you in 2020, 2021. And this is the last strongest one. It's like the reptilian, draconian, dark agendas of the world last hoorah to try to do what they're going to do. And if you're getting snowed, oh man, really, do I need to go there? Okay. If you're getting snowed by the worldly events that are being portrayed to you on the television screen, then you might want to step back and ask your highest self, what do I truly see here? Because I can take anybody's face and go make a movie out of it. And you think that AI is new? This has been around years and years and years. They're just now giving it to the public. So don't believe a lot that you see out there. It's fun to observe, though. And I will say this about Kamala Harris. And that is, when I see her, I see scales on her face, in her aura. I don't think she's who she says she is. And I think that she has been placed there purposely. And I also looked at her birth chart. And I will say she's gone through a lot of dark shit in the past 4 years to get where she's at. And I think I will pull up her chart and just go over it at some point in time. She has gone through a lot of dark stuff in these last 4 years. She's been being prepared I get it, way better than Joe Biden, right? I mean, yes, but still, we'll see. We will see. But for those that have, because I had some people messaging me we were talking about this, and for those that, please know that when I talk about this stuff, I just don't really buy into it a lot. I want to see a loving world. I want to see a utopian society. I want to see us living from the heart, coherence, just like we did when we were in Lemuria. I want to see us coming together in unity consciousness. And I'm not about the division. I'm not about the this or that. But I will comment and I will give you my thoughts on it if people ask. And I'm going to stick with what I said, which is there will be no old man president come November. And I'll eat those words if I'm wrong, but I feel pretty strongly I'm right, because it came through very clearly. Because I always do a huge invocation, sound therapy. I do this whole day event when I'm tapping into the year ahead. And when I look at my astrology calendar for the entire year ahead, when I'm taking into considerations of everything that's already in play that I know is coming. And that was what was written, very strong. So we'll see. We will see. I just want the world to come together and we hold the light, because it's happening. It's just going to look really, really dark, really, really fast. And it's going to look really, really strained. And people are going to be losing their shit. And this would not be a time that I'd be like, oh, let me go on out to a concert. Let me go on out in big arenas and all that stuff. I would not. I wouldn't. That's just my personal, you do what you want, but I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't. This is the Sirius Stargate. Okay, we're in the Sirius Stargate starting on the 26th. This is the Galactic New Year. Happy Galactic New Year to all of the star seeds, all the Sirians. You are being activated. If your birthday is from the time of now until the 12th of August, you're a Sirian. You're most likely a Sirian starseed. It just depends upon the placements in your chart. You can't take an asteroid and say, oh, I've got Chiron in that area, I'm a Sirian. That doesn't work. And when you're looking at the fixed stars, you have to be within 1 degree either side to claim that Sirian, legacy, that Sirian lineage, I should say. So, this is a big time of Jupiter expanding all of us in a communal level. This is Uranus in demand, off with their heads if it's not changed future forward. This is change must come. We'll give you one last go at this BS dark agenda, but that's it. When that's done, it's done. We don't ever go back. We don't ever go back. This is why old structures, old powers are crumbling. And then we begin anew next year. We really start to feel in, once we can get past that 1st degree with Pluto at Aquarius, and it starts heading on into the 1st and then the 2nd and 3rd degrees, getting on in there. We're going to really start seeing such advancements. Advancements are going to blow our minds. It's going to be insane. All different kinds of different ways of travel will be happening. Different. I don't feel like any blocks or, shutdowns or anything like that. But internet shutdowns, absolutely. Do you think that was on purpose? It was. They did that on purpose when they shut down everybody's blue screen Microsoft. Of course they did. Because they want to see how everybody reacts. And can their structures stay supported? You know, because that's when they do their dark, dirty deeds. And, you know, this is the time that they're doing it. And they're making it look really pretty. They're really good at that. Making it look real pretty. So be aware and be discerning. Nice, Ron. Ron says that he is a Syrian, according to one of his teachers. Hi on TikTok. Please double tap the screen. All right. Oh, I love this, Sandy. She says, the divine song is ready to enter the heart of all ready to receive. Trust is a must. Trust in the self first. Because that's Leo. Leo's going to stand up and be the star, and he's going to do what he needs to do to get to where he needs to go. Thinking about it like this. The sun shines really bright in the sky. It shines so bright that you cannot see the other planets in the sky except for the moon. Why do we see the moon during the daytime? We see the moon because it's reflected by the sun. So it's still the sun, you see. It's not until the sun goes over the horizon, or we maneuver along the ecliptical to where it becomes nighttime, that all that darkness reveals the planets, stars, the comets. So think about it like this. If the sun is so bright, if you're blasting it too much, because there can be too much too, you can't see what's hidden. So you got to go into the night to understand what's really there. There you go. Happy Galactic New Year. All right, so let's do these cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull this on up. If you weren't here earlier, we are doing a giveaway. You're going to receive the Dragon Oracle cards. You're going to receive the dragon earrings. Check out these dragon earrings. Aren't they so cute? I love them. I love them. Look at those. Look at those. Are they not precious? I love, love, love them. Because, you know, Leo is a fire sign. So we've got to bring out the dragons. And also, I'm throwing in a Palo Santo, the Calendula, and the Sage bundle right there. Palo Santo, Sage bundle. So you get all of that, and you're getting a wonderful $145 value session with Sandra McGillis of embodimentofthesoul.com. Isn't that awesome? So definitely want to make sure as soon as this video uploads that you go to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. We will do that drawing. I thought I was done. I've got it here. We're going to do that drawing on the 20th of August. So you have a few weeks. Each time that you enter, you get another vote. So, you know, this is going to be a big mental, like a mental manicness type of month. You know, there's going to be a lot of mental energy, a lot of conversations had, a lot of messages coming in, a lot of strain, a lot of headaches, a lot of head pressure. So be aware that that's coming, and it may already be here, but it's really starting now through the month. All right. So we're playing also with the Essential Tarot. I really like this little deck. It's a Hanson and Roberts tarot deck. So there you go. Brand new deck. This is going to be for the collective. So if you wouldn't mind just tapping in with me, allowing your highest selves to merge with my highest self in this moment or on the replay. My nose runs because I'm a conscious channeler. So I'm not sick. It's just the fluids get moving, and this is how it happens. So right side is the night or shadow or no answers. dark beings come through here. Light side is more like my yes answers, my higher consciousness answers, my angelics, you know, Pleiadians, Lyrans, on Andromedan. Okay. So this will be a collective card read for this period of August. From now, we'll just say for the Galactic New Year, from now through August. Sun, moon, rising. If something hits you in your heart, check your sun, moon, and rising. That's always a indication as to another message that's there for you when I do collective reads. Wow, and they're coming out in packs. I'm not taking those. Okay. Let's clear. Actually, let's clear. John. Collective read. What does the collective feel like? What do they need to know? Where are the warnings? Calling upon the Galactians, the Guardians, the Gateway Keepers. Calling upon Source, Energy. Starting out with the Knight of Rods. Let's go ahead and zoom this in. There we go. All right. The Knight of Rods is an air sign, intellect, fast-moving communications, messages, going on a trip, heading out the door, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, Fate, and the Magician. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician and the Knight of Rods. So this Wheel of Fortune is in the challenge position. And, you know, we're hearing a lot of messages. We're finding out a lot of truths. But we're also finding that, see this wheel, it can turn either direction. The fates are fixed. See those? There's all the fixed signs there. The Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. That means the energy is being challenged to be able to sustain itself. You know, this Knight of Rods, you can't trust a lot of the time the Knight of Rods because they're quick, they're in and out. They don't care what kind of message they're given. Like, they don't care how it's received. They don't care, you know, they just got to get the message out. They're just trying to put it out. This could definitely be the media. The Magician here, this is a naive energy, but it's also a pure alchemist energy. It has all of the tools to create what is needed. You know, we all have the tools in our toolbox. All of the elements, you know, making use of the spirit of fire, fixed fire of Leo season. You know, this is a time that the collective really needs to realize that we're in an infancy stage of this process. We're in a void kind of place, in a stasis of waiting. The knowledge that we're receiving, the things that we are seeing, cannot always be trusted. And we have to realize that destined things are coming in divine timing for a reason. Even if it's part of this crumbling, even if it's part of the dark deeds that's happening in the world. Oh boy. Okay, so coming in from outside, we've got the 7 of Rods. Standing your ground. This is like, there are outside interferences that we're not going to put up with. You know, people are pushing. You know, we have to stay the course. Sometimes we have to fight that shit off. You know, taking care of your energy field, your life force energy, that is Leo season. The King of Rods, well, there's Leo right there. Look, you can't make it up. This is the collective read, and we have just begun Leo season and the galactic new year, you know, and we're stepping into the Sirius Stargate. And I will say it again because it's coming through. 8/8 is not a day to celebrate. It's not a day to do group meditations. Unless you want to be having your energy siphoned and be stuck in a loop. Celebrate it on another day. Do it the day before. Do it. You can do it anytime. I wouldn't even mess with it the day before. I'd definitely wait till I was cleared of that energy. I have 2 videos on my YouTube that I speak to the Lion's Gate 8/8 soul energy siphoning and why. There's Leo, the lion, the courageous leader. This is about leadership, okay? This is a leader right here. And it's about fate. Destined karmic fate. This shit was nothing. We have no control over any of this. You might as well sit back and enjoy the theater. The magician is here, and that's trickster energy. You know, the magician, it's not just having all the tools, but it's also a trickster. It's illusions, darlings. What you're seeing is an illusion. It's not real. The Page of Cups. Innocence. That is Pisces. Innocence. And guess what Pisces is? Illusions, delusions, confusions, escapism, alcohol, drugs, mental hospitals. You know, do you remember back in the day whenever they would do all the brain shocking and all of the experiments that they did in those mental hospitals to reset people so they wouldn't remember what actually happened in the world? We have the Hierophant here. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Swords. Fuckery. So, the 7 of Swords is my lying, stealing, cheating, fuckery card. Cannot be trusted. And it's sitting and resting right under this Page of Cups, which is illusions, delusions, confusions, innocence, mental hospitals. That's right below this magician. You see? The leaders that we are assuming are what they are not. And it's karmically destined, and we don't have any control over it. Votes don't even matter. This Knight of Rods would be a vote. It's got its head turned the other way. The Hierophant here is like the Pope. You know, it's also big institutions and organizations pushing back. I do get a Trump feel from this King of Rods for this collective read. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like there was somebody done very dirty here. Very dirty here. This is innocence. Keeping the faith, continually working through the night. The Eight of Pentacles works through the night, diligently perfecting their craft. This is someone who's really dedicated in perfecting their craft. It's like me. I'm 9 years into astrology, and I'm still got like 2 courses that I'm in right now, and I'll probably be in them for the rest of my life. I'm perfecting my craft. You know. What's on the bottom? The Emperor. That's Aries energy. The Emperor says, hey, this is world dominance, world control. Look, he's holding the Ankh. You see? Underneath that is the Three of Wands. Why? Why is world dominance coming in? We called it. We called it in. This is Law of Attraction card right here. This is the Law of Attraction card. This is the card that says, hey, as a collective, you called all this in for a reason. Think about it. If we hadn't seen all this insanity, if we hadn't like literally saw all of the crazy stuff that happened with Biden, who is AI, he's not a real human. I don't believe. If we hadn't seen all this insanity, think of how many people would have just kept on living their lives unawakened to what's really happening in the reality that they live. So whatever happens, however it happens, it's all divinely orchestrated. But I do feel like this is Trump and he was innocent. This is what I'm getting for this collective read. And there was fuckery. You don't get the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Rods with this Knight of Rods and this tricky dicky magician run by the church while you're just trying to work and you know that it's your destiny. But we called it in. And now we've got to take control of it. The Emperor takes control. The Emperor instigates, moves forward in a graceful and powerful way. The power is all within us. We hold all the power. We hold the balance of the world through our spirit, through our heart frequency. All right. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull from the Dragon Tarot. Not the Dragon Tarot, excuse me. The Dragon Oracle. This is an example of the Oracle deck that you could win. You must come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology. Comment on the YouTube replay. So, interesting. We got the Air Dragon first. Helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly. Bring inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. And we got the Green Dragon. Woo! And it's the year of the Greenwood Dragon. Helps you tune into the secrets of nature. And that's a worldly thing, you know. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. You know what? I just feel like this is saying there's so much going on in the world. The earthly matters of the world don't matter. You want to call in the Green Dragon because it becomes too much. Ground in the Green Dragon. Okay? Look at that. On the bottom. I swear, when I personally use this deck, because I love this deck, it's one that I keep downstairs. When I personally use this deck, I get this card 9 times out of 10. Blows my mind. on the bottom of the deck is the dusty pink dragon from Andromeda. And if you didn't know, I am an Andromedan starseed. I have full recall in awake state memory of where I'm from, and my planet is actually past the Andromedas. I have to go through the Andromedas to get there. So prepares all of your chakras to embody higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. And we are in Leo season, and that is the burning flame, my darlings. You see that? Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Call on the dusty pink dragon from Andromeda. Okay? This is some intense energies, everybody. And we got the orange and gold dragon from Arcturus. Open you to know for the golden age. Open up the knowledge and the wisdom from the golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light, okay? Be a guiding light. Be a guiding light. Call upon the Sirens, Octurans, Andromedans. Understand that air energy is gonna be crunk. It's gonna be so much. There's gonna be so much. There is so much, and it's going to accelerate. Fall back to the heart. Use your heart mind. Love you. Be very careful. Get your shit together this week. This is it. This is it. You got this week. If you go against the energy and say, oh, nah, I'm going to put off that oil change. I'm going to put off that battery change. Oh, that tire looks a little low. I might need to go get that checked. Or even within your own personal. Say you're in a relationship that you know is over. Don't stay there to make everything okay for the kid or whatever it is, right? Say that you know that you are responsible for one of your parents, or you're responsible for your kid, maybe your adult kid. Trust me, I understand this. You have to set some hard boundaries right now. And you have to give yourself the self-care to even be there for those folks. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be very diligent with grounding yourself daily. Be very diligent in the understanding that these energies are going to crank. And there's going to be riots. And there's going to be more crime. Everyone's going to go into this kind of mass hysteria type of energy. Because they're going to start feeling, because they feel too. They feel the collective shifting back, and it's big and scary because it's like going back to 2020 BS, right? But it's not forever. It's just a small window of the rest of this year. And then next year, yeah, we're going to have some more challenging times because this is a crumbling of an actual entire consciousness. There's a whole consciousness revolution going on here. This is not just some little thing. This is everyone. This is all of us doing it. And it's not fun, and sometimes it's tough. But appreciating those tough times, I feel like, really understanding that if you're struggling, maybe, what was it that Sandra McGillis was saying? She said maybe to be more selective and not vent everything to everybody, because remember, when you're speaking about it, you're speaking it into existence, just like a speaking starseed. I'm a speaking starseed. So don't be speaking it into existence. Be very discerning with what you see, what you say, what you do, who you're with. Because you could be very snowed in this energy. This is a take off the rose-colored glasses here, and look and see what is real and what is not. Because there's a lot out on that stage that is not real. Those are actors. They are. Okay. All right. I've had enough. I'm off my soapbox there. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I will cut out the first little part where we didn't have any sound. Apologize about that. But we've got sound here, so I'll definitely cut some of that out to share out with you guys over here. So it always works. Everything's always working in divine time. And maybe the entire collective, only TikTok, was meant to hear those messages. Just saying. You never know. Maybe somebody couldn't take it, what I said. And because Leo is the ruler of the heart, I am going to drum us out. How am I going to do this? I kind of like this to go that way, but I don't think it's going to matter. What I love about this elk drum is that this is a shaman's drum. You can see the elk bone in the back. This is my shaman's drum. And it vibrates and it sings like it's talking to me right now. Like I can hear it singing as I start to speak to it. It goes, eh. You can hear it. And I think what I'll do is I'll just turn this in the background down a little bit. Oh, geez. Hello. 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 Can you hear that? I hope you can hear that. All right, here we go. I will put this over my head. And I can feel all, ooh, I've seen a little shadow in my eye. I can feel all this vibration going through the body. So anyway, love the land, love the earth, honor the elements, learn the elements, step forward as the light warriors you are. I love you all very much. Have patience. Realize that while you're out there running through your life, this is all an illusion, a lot of it. Everything you're seeing is an illusion. Not everything is real. A lot of it has been propped up in order to break down and break through. All right? I love you all. Have a beautiful night. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle.